Instead of this, try this. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Rebecca. Today we're kind of doing a dupes video. I like to call it a swap because there are a lot of products that are gorgeous and high-end that I enjoy using, and I want to tell you about them, but then it's like, you know what? There are some other either more affordable alternatives, drugstore alternatives, and even a drugstore dupe to a drugstore product. You know, because some of the drugstore is kind of expensive, and then I can find even maybe a more affordable, similar version of the same kind of product. Also, I think it's really good to have choices because there are so many preferences to what goes into your buying decisions, whether it's where the product comes from, where it's made, the manufacturer, you know, the brand itself, if that's something you are favorable towards, if it's cruelty-free, if it's not cruelty-free, just a lot of things, right? So my job is to review makeup, and I am going to share with you some reviews. There you go. I could have said that in the very beginning and we could have been out of here by happy hour. The first thing I'm going to share with you is foundation, of course. I have been wearing a more, I guess, skin-like tint in my videos, and I mean just throughout everything, whether it's behind the scenes, in front of the camera, sharing with you on my channels. I just have been feeling more of a just less makeup, and everything has been very sheer. I want to say that these products are kind of in between. They're not a full coverage to me, but they have a very kind of polished look on the skin. The L'Oreal True Match Nude Serum. This foundation, it's a little bit of a love-hate because people hate the dropper. They maybe don't like that it has, I think it's got some denatured alcohol in it. It's L'Oreal. Some people don't buy L'Oreal. You know, there's a lot of things about it. I think it is a beautiful, beautiful formula. It's a hyaluronic acid serum foundation. So, believe it or not, this Makeup Revolution, which is it's like the Love, Revolution Love. I gotta look to see what it's called, like officially, because I'm just like, it's the Walmart Makeup Revolution. But this is their serum foundation. It comes in quite a few shades. I don't know though how well the shades compare to this. So I am shade 2 to 3 in this one, and then I'm shade 4 in this one. The formulation and finish are very similar. I'm gonna shake them both really well. I am wearing SPF. Okay, so L'Oreal, Pretty Messy. Here we go. I feel like this is a little thicker. Has mine gotten thicker? Okay, so I have an e.l.f. Is this a buffer brush or a ultimate blending? I really like this brush, actually. e.l.f. has great brushes. e.l.f., Wet n Wild. What's the other one? Real Techniques, of course. What's the other one? Oh my gosh, yeah, like LA Colors, LA Girl. Their brushes are so good. Okay, here we are. So look how beautiful that is. It has a glow. It gave me some coverage. I even feel like it kind of matched my self tanner. I think it's a good. It is such a weird, it's, you know, this dropper, it's so messy. It feels kind of thick. I don't know. It's like, it's not, for me, it's not a deal breaker. I don't mind it. It's just kind of funny how awful it is. Okay. Still lets a little bit of my, you know, kind of my readiness. I see some little redness, some freckles. That's fine. Now let's take a look at this one. I think ounce per ounce. This is, I think you get a full ounce in here, and I actually think you get a full ounce in here. This was $5, and I think this varies. This is more than 10, less than 20. This was 5. So this comes out more like I would expect a serum. In fact, it's even cheaper. I really like the Neutrogena Serum Foundation. That has a lot of good ingredients in it, especially for sensitive skin. But if you find that too expensive, maybe this is gonna be for you. I think this is a beautiful formula. I even think it gives more coverage than the L'Oreal. It's beautiful. Maybe this, and I think that the shade is working for me, so that's nice. Probably because it's not a full coverage. I don't have to have an exact match. It feels really nice on the skin. There's no fragrance. It's just kind of great. And that's another thing too. Maybe you don't like shopping at Walmart, you know, and this is a line at Walmart. So maybe get the Neutrogena instead of the L'Oreal. If you see what I mean, I can't predict all your shopping preferences, you know? There's only so much that I can try to anticipate, and I try to gear products that I know my audience likes and would probably shop for, but I can't kind of figure everything out. Does that make sense? Concealer with SPF. I am very interested in this. My eye area does seem to get neglected when it comes to SPF. I always put my SPF everywhere on my face and neck, and then I really think I don't emphasize the eye area just because I think it's just one of those things where I'm like, is it gonna get in my eyes and irritate? Like, So Bare Minerals has an SPF concealer. This is a beautiful product. I think it runs a little bit dark, so I have the cashew in this formula for the tinted serum moisturizer, but I picked out the fair birch in the concealer because the cashew in the concealer looked very, very orangey for me. So this is fair birch. It is SPF. It has SPF, I think it's 25. So I take a little dot of it and I take my concealer brush, and I love that it has a really good shade range and it's, you know, it's got some good coverage. I would not say this is the, you know, this doesn't have a ton of coverage, but it's not the thinnest either. It's very nice. I should probably use it with like a color corrector, you know, just like the e.l.f. yellow brightener underneath it, and I think it'll add more brightening and coverage for me. Now, normally I'm like, oh, just apply very little concealer, don't, you know, put on too much. And in this case, I am kind of being generous with it because I want that coverage. And I'm even going up on my eyelid as if it's a primer. So I will just let that kind of do its thing. Sunscreen will have sun protection as soon as you put it on your skin, but in order to maintain a more even coverage, I would just let it be for a few minutes so that you just don't disturb it. But the actual formula does not need to be on your skin to like activate. That's kind of a myth. I was even taught that 30 years ago when I worked for Clinique. So it's not a myth with ill intentions. It's just sort of a misunderstanding, I think, of the sunscreen behaviors. An alternate to that product, a swap, would be this Neutrogena Under Eye Concealer. Has SPF. The drawback to this product is the shade range is very limited. So it is a more affordable version. It's actually a really nice portable version, just not a lot of choices. So for me, I just have shade light. It's all hunky-dory. I think this retails for about $15, and I think the Bare Minerals is right around $26. So again, I'm gonna just kind of paint on quite a bit. It reminds me a little bit of the Touche Éclat. I mean, you could put this other places on your face to give yourself a little bit more SPF if you wanted, or like some brightening and then go, oh wait, I have SPF as a bonus. Let me know if you want me to do a full video dedicated to makeup that has SPF in it, to try to kind of, sometimes makeup artists don't want SPF in their products just because it can change the way it looks on camera, and you just want to know what you're dealing with, flashback, etc. Because titanium dioxide can cause flashback, you know, and some other things. So I feel like I've always avoided SPF in makeup products because I'm like, I just really want the makeup to be the makeup, and I'll wear the SPF, no problem. But I really do think that SPF in makeup can be a second line of defense when you want to make sure you've got adequate coverage of your first layer of SPF, and as you reapply products throughout the day and you're supposed to reapply your SPF, you're doing yourself a favor if the products you're reapplying have SPF in them. Both just one more affordable, but one with more shade options. There's always a catch, right? Oh my gosh. Okay, I like both sides of my face. Let's talk cream bronzer, you guys. Okay, so exciting find. Again, kind of a shade. This is a shade situation. So, Kaja, love the little bouncy bentos. That's not what it's called. It's like a bento. I don't know why I called it bouncy bento. Maybe it is called that. But this is the sugar cookie play bento. That's what it's called. This is I mean, look, for travel, 3 products in one, retails in the $20-ish. This cream bronzer is so nice. This is a new shade they launched, sugar cookie. It's a very, like, look at that. It just kind of blends right in. It's a little bit cool for me, so it looks almost like a contour. I kind of love it. It's such a pretty product. And I mean, honestly, I could be like, oh, hey, let's do a dupe to the e.l.f. putty bronzer. But instead, I'm going to show you this little guy from Ulta. So this is from the Ulta Beauty collection, and it's 3 cream products in a little stackable thing. Same, I mean, right? There's only 2 of them on the website. So as far as shade goes, this shade is actually a little bit darker, just a smidge. Just a smidge. But look, it's a beautiful cream bronzer. Ulta bronzer products I have found are really, really nice. I think I have another one. I think I have a matte powder bronzer I really like. Just beautiful. And I mean, look at that. It's so pretty. I think I need to put more on so that I can, yeah, I love it. I really like it. It's so pretty. Give it up for Jones Road. Love Jones Road powder. This powder is talc free. It has the ZMAs. You know, there are some people who can't use ZMAs, who can't use cornstarch. So it's funny how a lot of folks are like, no, I don't want talc. And then it's like, oh wait, I can't use cornstarch. So again, it's a preference. You know, you do you. So this is their new tinted face powder. It is a finishing powder. You can use it by itself if you wanted. It's very sheer, but it does have a little tint to it, so it kind of enhances your skin tone. I have shade light. I really like this. There is also a translucent, just a universal. There's a pink one and a yellow one. Okay, so they do have a synthetic powder brush that you can use with it. I'm gonna put some in the lid, and they recommend to apply this over your like tints, your cream products. But what's her what the foundation product? She said to put it over that, but to put it before you do your Miracle Balm. I think that's what I saw Bobby talk. So I'm just gonna do like a soft veil. Okay, that's it. That is it. If you don't want to pay the price tag or order it from the website, I get that, and you happen to be seeing this Milani Conceal and Perfect powder, also talc-free. Not sure the ingredient components in the first one, you know. Okay, this only comes in one shade. Now, fair skins, I've heard from some of you that have said it's a little too dark. So for some reason they made a transparent shade that has a little tint to it. I like it because it kind of gives a bit of oomph, but yeah, it's you know, it's like, guys. But it's so nice. It's soft, it's smooth. I think it adds such a nice blurring effect to the skin. It doesn't really have coverage, but it does add to the coverage of the cream products underneath, you know? It's just like this beautiful veil. So it's lovely, and I believe it's $10, $11, and the Jones Road is $26. I love this Makeup by Mario, this bronzer. It was the Sculpt bronzer. Isn't that what it's called? Transforming, soft sculpt, transforming skin. I love this product. This is a shade light. I'm gonna use my JOA Everything multitasker. I love this for bronzer. So this, I know I already put cream bronzer on. This is kind of a cream bronzer, but it can also be like a highlighter. You can even use it as a touch-up. It kind of adds, see how it kind of gives a shine back to the skin? It's really pretty. It's really, really pretty. Pacifica, this cream bronzer, I really need to emphasize, you guys, if you see this on the Target website, it's $11. The Pacifica website, it's a lot more. I don't know why that is. Or wait a minute, is it Amazon? Somewhere it was more. This cream bronzer is amazing. I have shade Sandy Kiss. Totally reminds me of Sandy Cheeks from SpongeBob. And look at that. Look at that. That even went on easier than this one. I love it. I love Pacifica. They are a Northwest company. I think that is so cool. Both of them are so good. Gorgeous. The Give by Gwen Stefani Shadow Quad at Sephora is really nice. Danger Zone. It's really a lovely taupe quad, and it's all matte, like kind of satiny, except for the charcoal shade is a bit, it has like a bit of a shimmer in it, but it's not, it's almost just got flecks. This JOA quad, they have their simplified quads. This is taupe, right? Now, I gotta say, I'm kind of cheating because it is different in that this has a bit more of a shimmer to it, but you've got your taupes, and then look, you've got this, which is that, it's like this chocolatey charcoal brown with a bit of a fleck in it. So it's just funny how similar they are, and I'm like, wait a second. I'm just gonna take a brush. I've got my rougher 27. Slap that on. Now, it looks like a dupe. It's not. These are not dupe shades per se, like, you know, when you can kind of go, oh, look at this Huda Beauty palette to this Alter Ego palette. You know, it's not that. I'm not gonna you know, string you along that way, but it is so stinking close. Let me show you. And I'm gonna put this JOA, this medium taupe, has a little sparkle to it. It's a bit, maybe not this time. Maybe it was that first shade. I think I tried it one day and somehow I felt like I got a little more sparkle than I bargained for, but it might have been another shade I had put on first. So I'm a little more convinced now how similar they are. This one has a little more of a reddish undertone to its taupe, whereas the Give Gwen Stefani side has a little more gray, but very, very similar. So pretty. I'm gonna take just like a shorter shade brush and go in and then just like line underneath. I like to give myself a little taupe. I shared this in my May favorites. I also shared this on my Instagram, but I was so excited when I discovered this is a dupe. This is a dupity dupe, okay? Hourglass Voyeur Shadow Sticks, gorgeous. This shade Solstice, it's gold. It's so pretty. And you know, you're paying what, $34, $36? You are definitely getting a good product for your money. This does not crease. This glides on so beautifully. It is not dry. It is not patchy, you know, so thank goodness, right? Because it better be. But the Milani, these gilded sticks, this one is Desert. It is, hello, knock, knock, I'm a dupe. Sometimes the light hits it where the Hourglass one looks a little darker or a little more coppery, but I think that, because I think this one is described as more copper and this is described as more gold, but also there's light where it hits my wrist and I go, yeah, they're the same. And when I wear them, I will forget which is which. And the Milani, again, gorgeous. It's a beautiful, beautiful formula, glides on, doesn't crease, doesn't feel dry or patchy. $10.99. Yeah, it's nice. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm gonna go ahead and just finish up with some mascara, some things off camera because I don't have a mascara to share with you, and then we're gonna talk about lips, okay? Now, I am obsessed with coral lipstick, whether it's sort of a vivid coral, peachy coral, balm lipstick, you name it. And Patrick Ta's She's Not From Here is a formula that has been around for a few years. It's beautiful. It's very orange, actually. It's a little dry. I remember when I got this, it's matte, kind of, but it's like, yeah, it's good. It's vivid. Look at that. I love it though. If you have a yellow undertone like me, you're a warm spring or a light spring and you wear like vivid coral, trust me, your eyes will pop. Then CoverGirl has this one in cream. It's Lit a Fire. It is their Exhibitionist Cream lipstick. So good, so affordable. Look at this. This formula is creamier, maybe not as thick, like the waxes and the pigments on this side might be a little more heavy duty. This one feels more like butter and this one feels more like wax. So here's CoverGirl and here's Patrick Ta. I really do think that because this has a bit more pigmentation, it almost looks a little darker, but it just seems to be that like concentrated. So beautiful formulas. And you know, I love, hang on a second. I thought I had a piece of fuzz. The Mario is stickier than the Pacifica, by the way, in terms of that bronzer. Okay, Natasha Denona. These little, they They used to sell these. I mean, I'm sure they still do. I don't know what combination they have currently, but I did buy this at Sephora, and I think it was either on an end cap or in the register aisle, and it's the highlighter and the blush together. And what I love doing is I take both together. I love how TikTok's all like, if you take your highlighter and your blush and put it on, then it's so pretty. And I'm like, yeah, it's called Frosty Blush. We've been doing that since, 1977. All right, if you say so. Oh, these kids, they think they come up with these clever things, and we've already been doing them. But we just go, you go, girl. Essence. The baked blushes from Essence, these Pure Nude baked blushes, love them. I love the Pure Nude highlighters. And now they have blush. And this shade is the Shimmery Rose. I'm surprised I haven't gotten a coral in this. I have to go look to see if they have something kind of more peachy, because this is very bubblegum. But I feel like that's sort of the trend for now. And even if you're more warm, it lends itself, but I feel like it's very Barbie, and we are all about Barbie this summer. And I just think that this is identical, and it's $5. So it's beautiful and it's lovely. And now I feel complete, and I hope that was fun, and I hope you enjoy it. Feel free to subscribe if you find this content fun and you want to support my channel. I will have shopping links either on the screen or below the screen, or in the description box, always in the description box. And yeah, so thank you. And if there's anything out there that you are dying for me to dupe, or maybe it's discontinued and you want me to find something like it, I do that. I like doing that too. All right, take care. I'll see you next time. Bye.